In the previous video, we already covered some types of handover acts, particularly the system-generated process of adding a vehicle to the fleet inventory and handing it over to the driver. In this one, we will take a look at the process of transferring a car from one driver to another. To do this, go to the timetable section. Here we already have the event of handing over the car to the driver Muhammad Bilal according to the act previously accepted by him. The size of this event has increased over time. Now, the driver Muhammad can transfer the car to his colleague, Imran, according to the schedule planned by the manager. No additional actions are required in the system at this stage, but for illustration purposes, let's go to the vehicle handover section, where we see the last act of passing the car to driver Muhammad. The car handover is performed by the driver who is currently using the car in his personal cabinet app. Here's Muhammad's account, where he can use the hand over the car button to select a successor. From here, he can also return the car to the fleet, though we pick a driver named Imran. When filling out the act, the driver will also need to answer the questions below. Question fields can be hidden or made mandatory at the request of the system user. In this case, the driver can skip this step, and in the next step, he needs to upload a photo of the car. 2 of them are required. We'll do this manually for the sake of example, but in a real-world situation, it's more convenient for the driver to do this from his smartphone, as he can take pictures and upload them straight away. The next step is to indicate the presence or lack of any damage. Since the vehicle entrusted to him had few existing damages, he should select Yes here and add new photos if something additional happened. Click the Create button. After that, the driver can still access the act generated in his personal cabinet and view its details. We can see that the act is addressed to Imran, available uploaded photos, and the handover status itself. After refreshing the page, a new act of the driver-to-driver type will appear in the MyTaxiCRM dashboard. The car is being transferred from Muhammad to Imran. Below, the previous act indicates the history of the transfer of the same car from the fleet to the first driver. On the right, in the information table, we can see the kilometerage at each stage, and the data provided by the driver about the level of engine oil and coolant, photos of the vehicle and its damage, where Muhammad adds one more photo of damage to Imran compared to obtaining the car from the fleet. This allows the manager to track changes in the vehicle's condition. In turn, the second driver, colleague, whose name is Imran, should receive this car. This is how it looks from his personal cabinet. In Imran's app, there is an act number 16 that he can access. Here he will see that Muhammad is handing over the car to him. He will also see the photos he uploaded. He can accept or reject this act. If Imran rejects it, the process will return to the previous state, i.e. the car will be returned to Muhammad. Now we accept it, thereby closing the act. Imran can go back to its details and see the corresponding status change. As a result, this car will disappear from the first driver's account. Let's return to the system. After refreshing the page, we see that the status of the act has already changed, and the information in the table is still available. In the graph, you can see the gray rectangle of the new event, which will increase in time. It signals both the completion of the car transfer process between drivers and Imran's actual responsibility for the car and the relation to the scheduled plan.